Hi, we're going to be looking at the new features for No Man's Sky. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of a review here at the end, so if you just want to see the review of the new features and whether I'll still be playing this game or not, just go to the end. The first thing we have is the game mode. We have normal, survival, and creative. Normal is just a normal game mode that you see. Survival is if you want to challenge, and creative, Minecraft creative. Just think of it like that. Alright, the next thing we have here is the update notes. Now that will actually give you all of the features that they put in. Alright, the first new thing you saw right there is that the planet actually tells you, like when you go over the planet, what resources there are, as you can see right here as well. So the first thing you'll notice is that the foliage looks a lot better. It looks more alive pretty much. Another thing you'll see here in just a second is you can actually stack warp cells. I don't think I put that in there. But yeah, you can stack warp cells. Oh, I did. Look at that. And all the items are pretty much stackable. That's cool. That's something everybody's been wanting for a long time. The game does run much smoother. You can see that as I'm playing. Even though I'm on PS4, I heard it runs much smoother on PC as well. But yeah, the planet just looks gorgeous. They did a lot of texture updates, so the foliage looks more alive, but again, that doesn't make the game fun. So still pretty to look at. Alright. Oh, and also when you see something in the distance, like when you scan and an item pops up or a resource, it'll tell you what that resource is, which is also very good, so you're not guessing. Alright, so here's the first look at a freighter. So freighters are a new thing they added. You can actually buy one, and I'm going to do so here in just a few. But they look awesome. You'll be able to see inside of them here in just a second. You go into them just like you do a regular space station. So let's see. Goes in just like that. It's pretty cool. Definitely designed on the inside, which is awesome. Okay. So as you can see, you have some stairs going up. There's a hangar pretty much. It looks pretty cool. Definitely. But what can you do with the freighters? Well, we're about to find out. So you go upstairs. You have stairs going both ways, and then you go up to get to the main area, the command station, if you will. Again, you have stairs going down as well. Okay. So you can see I never actually went through that back door, so I don't know what's back there. Might be something cool. So as you can see, there's a lot more life forms around, and they look more interesting. They're not just the same people you see over and over again. So the captain of this freighter, that's who you go to buy it. Now they're not that expensive, but this one was very small. So I only had 13 slots of available storage, which doesn't make sense to me considering it's a freighter, but you know. So I did pick this up. I just wanted to see what you could do with it, and that's it. That's just about all you can do with the freighter as far as I know. Now there are some cool things you can do a little bit later on. I'll show you in the video, but like a freighter is pretty much just storage from what I gather. You go over here, you talk to him again, and then he's just like, yeah, everything's good. And then you can transfer inventory items. So, I don't know. You can't actually talk to these guys, which is quite unfortunate. But it does look cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, freighters are a welcome addition. I think it's awesome. It just would have been cool if you can actually like pilot them and get in like battles and stuff. But this isn't EVE Online, so I'm not expecting like that much, you know? Alright, so now you can see that we're going to our first habitable base. So they pop up just like abandoned buildings or anything like that. So this is me on the planet. So yeah, you go in here and you see this like crazy looking thing and the previous base items cache. So I'm assuming if you had another base somewhere, you can actually transfer items from base to base. Don't know that. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, you basically go up to this thing and you can claim your home planet. So now you have this planet and it'll actually pop up on your HUD up top. You can actually see where your home planet is. And this is part of the crafting. I'm not going to do too much crafting right now. You'll see it more towards the end of the video. But you can construct these terminals, and basically this is a builder's one. He deals with the infrastructure. So, but you have to recruit builders from space stations and in order to use them. So there's other things. Doesn't show right here because I'm just in normal mode and I don't have all of the blueprints created for those. So yeah, blueprints are required. You gotta get all the blueprints for most of the items that are worth something, if that makes sense. So like all of the terminals and stuff like that, you gotta get blueprints for. But it's cool because you have ladders. You can create you can stack buildings, so you can go up multiple floors and stuff like that. You'll see that more towards the end of the video. Got windows, all these crazy things. That's just some basic building. I actually hop into creative at the end to show off more because it will just take forever to gather all the materials required to build all this stuff. So next, I think we're going to be looking into some space battles. So it was new and improved. So right here, you can see when you press down, you no longer have to go into your inventory in order to charge your shields or whatever. You can just press down, scroll over, and then charge it or whatever. And also the world map or universe map is down there as well. So it's a welcome addition. No longer have to go into your inventory just to charge your shields. So here we're going to be getting into a little bit of a space battle. So the HUD for space battles is a little different, not too different. You'll see here in just a second. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, so it's starting to get a little dried up. Okay, so the regular skull pops up that a hostile space has popped up. But as you can see, the skull looks a little different here. It's more noticeable, I feel. Right there. Easier to see where you want to go and where the enemy is. Alright, so next part, the actual combat part. So right here, as soon as I locate him, right here. So you see how he has the health up top and the red markers around him, so he's easier to notice. Even though it's pretty easy from the beginning, but yeah, so right here, you have the little white bar up top, that's the health, and then the regular just combat system. I mean, I don't think they improved it too much, but I mean the health bar at the top is kind of good. All right, that's it for that. Oh, right here. So these are some new resources that I've noticed. Trophium is one of them, and you get those through down ships. I don't know what they're used for yet. Probably something for base building or something like that, but that's one of them. You'll see another one a little bit later on in the video. So when you go into a space station, there's actually 3 people there now, 3 or 4, depending on the space station. And each one of them you can talk to. So this guy, he's the merchant. So he's basically a builder. And you can hire them to get on your base, and I'll show you what he can do a little bit later on in the video. But as you can see, they're all Gex, so they're all merchants. They're all builders. So this is where the whole different species come together to work with you or whatever type thing that they originally promised. So the other 2 are the science and the warrior, and you can build a warrior terminal and or weapons terminal and a science terminal, and you'll see what those do just a little bit later on in the video as well. So they also do farming. I guess they have multiple different things that they can do, but there's 4 total terminals. There's farming, there's weapons, there's science, and the builders. And right here, this is another new resource that I saw, which is called Mordite, and basically life forms give it when you kill it. And right here, this is your freighter storage, so I'm assuming you can transfer items to the freighter as long as you're close to it, or maybe in the same solar system, I'm not sure. Oh, another thing about pressing down, when you're in the sky, to go to your universe map, you can actually call in, you can summon your freighter to go to the same place that you are if you're in another universe or another solar system or whatever. And this is just going around looking at what I've built so far, because this wasn't here. You basically just start off with the box, but this is what the merchant can do. So when you first talk to him, he gives you just a blueprint for a beacon. Now I'm not sure what beacons do exactly, but I'm assuming you can warp travel directly back to your home base with it. Haven't tested it, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but that's what I'm assuming. So that's the first thing that he'll give you. And then when you talk to him again, he'll be looking for various materials to build you more blueprints. And I'm assuming that's for different terminals. Yeah, for the science terminal is what this is needing. So this is another material that I'm not quite sure what it is or how to find it, but it's called spindonium. Again, pretty interesting. So, yeah. Okay. So over here, so this is where actually I went into creative. So this is a whole new planet game. I went into creative mode. So you'll see here, totally different planet, but now you can just build. There's no cost for resources, even though it says on the bottom, but you have available to build 50 of everything, I think. So, and also you can change colors of all of the items that you're planning out, which is pretty cool. I mean, you have that customization option, and it's pretty awesome. Alright, so as you can see, I'm just kind of building some random stuff just to show what you can do. Alright, so I gotta move my ship, so I'm just gonna cut that part out real quick. There we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna build it symmetrical from this side along the other side. Now I messed up here. You can see that those 3 have windows. I guess there's different types of corridors. That's what they're called. Some with windows and some that aren't with windows. So I kind of messed up there a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just kind of showing what you can do. Alright, so over here, I'm just building off some more. I'm just going to do 2 across, and I'm going to drop 2 more buildings, and you'll see how I'm able to stack the buildings here in just a second. Okay, now I'm going to put in the big ones. See, so these big ones, they're just like just like that one right there. Pretty much you can just go and just add whatever you want. I mean, I'm not very creative, so this is pretty good for me. But yeah, I'm stacking it up right here, and I'm going to show you all 4 terminals here in just a second. But you can also add different entrances and stuff like that. Like, watch right here, I'm adding a door and the steps at the bottom. Bam, look at that. So now you can go in through multiple entrances, and these ladders, these, again, you can put them down. You saw them earlier in the video, just so you can get up to the second stories, and it's not just blocked off, which is cool, definitely. I like the whole base building thing they did here. It's still lacking some features. There could be more customization, but it's definitely a great start. It's awesome. All right, so this is where I'm gonna put in the terminals. So you got the first one, which is I think is the science one. No, it's the builder one. So that's just the regular builder one. Next one I'm gonna put in is the science one, which I'm assuming that's for like your ship and stuff like that. Or that's the weapons one. The one up top was the science one, sorry. So the science one is for your ship, different blueprints for your ship. The weapons one is for weapon blueprints. And then the builders one, which is right here. Man, I got these all backwards. Okay, so the first one I put down was the builders one, which gives you different blueprints for many different things, I'm assuming, basically for your base. The science one gives you ship blueprints, the weapons one gives you weapon blueprints, and then the farming one is your farmers thing, so you can build farming blueprints, like some of the stuff that I'm showing off right here. So this is a lamp light post thing, and you'll see here in just a second, you actually can't put plants outside. Watch, I'll show you here. It'll say invalid biome for just about everything. Some of them won't. Well, I'll show you here in just a second. See invalid position for some of those. But yeah, most of them you just can't put them down. So you don't want to go to every planet. So you have those light things. You can actually plant your plants in those. And they'll give you items, which is pretty awesome. So these are just all the different items and stuff like that. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of the review here since we're pretty close to done with the video. Would I play this? I don't know, because it's kind of hard to justify playing it just because there's building bases and stuff like that. Now this game just really wasn't for me when I first started playing it, because there wasn't much to do. There wasn't really an objective. Yeah, get to the center of the universe, but we all know how that panned out. So now that there's no objective, you're really just going around doing not much. And this didn't really change that. Like, yeah, there's more stuff to do, but there's no point in really doing them. Does that make sense? So that's really why I don't think this is worth playing still. That being said, though, this is a great step in the right direction. I mean, base building is something everybody wanted. I definitely think it's awesome. It's an awesome step they took for sure. It's just, there needs to be more of a story type thing going on. More things to do. Like, whether you grab stories from merchants or missions or something like that, quests even. Just something so there's something to do, like, throughout the universe. Even if it's like, oh hey, go to this abandoned freighter and this, or go to this, we lost signal with this freighter and this solar system or whatever, and see what happened to them or whatever. And then you see this like freighter that's all like broken down. You gotta be able to go in there and see just what happened to everyone. Just some stuff like that, you know. Alright, so this right here is just some of the stuff that there is. So you see there's like different types of boxes for homes. There's flags, banners, just a whole bunch of stuff, right? Now the coolest thing I think is that you can actually customize your base, like with numbers or just different things like that. And you can actually change the color of them. I didn't do that, but yeah, and they're pretty easy to make. It only takes 10 iron, and iron's everywhere. And you can stack 250 iron on your person now. I'm not sure if that was the same as before. I thought it was 250 on the ship and it was 100 on your body. But maybe I'm wrong. Now these are really awesome as well. But they do take, again, this is another new item. It's called the voltaic cell. It's a type of like warp cell kind of energy thing, but they actually give you storage containers. So you can put those around. They only give you 5 spots, but if you build 7 or 8 of them, then, you know, that's a lot of extra spots to put stuff in. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Yeah.